The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
So, I think we need to have a serious discussion about Twitch. Twitch is fucked, man. Like, they're... In a purely capitalist society, with no moral foundation or grounds, is, I believe, a bad thing. I believe it's a bad thing because when you monetize everything, nothing really has any worth anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think that all things need to be grounded in a sense of morality and in a sense of, right and wrong. And I believe that things should be run by people who can weigh the here and now against the future and make appropriate decisions. Anti-capitalism, the desire that everything should just be given freely because everybody deserves to just be able to exist easily, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's been proven countless times now that it just don't work. You look at I think it was in Portland, or was it Seattle, somewhere up there in Washington State, I believe, there was a coffee house, and it was like the communist coffee house or whatever, or socialist coffee house or whatever, and it was like, you pay whatever you feel we deserve for the coffee. And they had to shut down because they weren't making enough money to stay open. Like, that shit works fine in very, very small situations. If we're going to literally dice ourselves back up into teeny little communes and just farm for our own food and so on and so forth, well, yeah, sure, that shit works just fine. Right? Everybody just taking care of each other because everybody just loves each other. Sure. But you start talking about cities of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, that shit don't work anymore. Right? The bigger net you cast, you're gonna catch ugly fish. Like, you're gonna get people that just don't want to try, don't give a fuck. You just take care of me on it, do shit. Like, you're gonna get those people. And we can do that. If you just refuse to deal with them in any sort of way, because everybody deserves to live the way they want, man. Like, it don't work. And I think Amazon is a prime example of when you don't really consider, but will this make money? Is this something that people want? Is this something that people would get? I mean, I can sell shit sandwiches. Believe me, I manufacture more than enough shit to have a pretty booming business of shit sandwiches. I can outsource it to other people. Hey, shit in this bucket, and when you fill it up, give it to me, and I'll pay you a couple $100. Like, I could make a bunch of shit sandwiches. But are people gonna buy it? Do people want that? Right? So Bezos says, I'm gonna make this TV show. I want to have my own Game of Thrones. So what are you gonna do, Jeff? I know. I got a great idea. Let's get the rights to Lord of the Rings. That sort of thing. We'll get the prehistory stuff, right? And we'll make this character that is normally a very magically based, not really physical, soldiery kind of character, and we're going to make her just a really badass soldier character, and she's just going to be a fucking unbearable cunt. And nobody's going to want to watch it. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants these things. And so, fuck it, let's make it anyways, because I want it. Alright, so you're just going to piss away a shit ton of money. Like, if you got a shit ton of money to piss away, I don't care. I don't mind if Jeff Bezos breaks himself making stupid fucking things and trying to sell it and just ultimately failing. That doesn't make any difference to me. I care less. That's his money. Right? Like, honestly, if he goes tits up, I see that as a net positive for the universe. And Twitch is run by a bunch of dumb fucking people that refuse to acknowledge reality. And they figure, well, I'm in charge. I should be able to do whatever I want. And they work off of that mentality. Not, is this best for the company? Not, is this going to hurt the company? Not, is this going to make us fucking fold up? Not, is this going to inevitably lead to my fucking firing and possibly imprisonment? Like, I don't know. It's ridiculous to me. The guy that runs Twitch really loves Hassan and all his gang of fucking merry idiots. And he supports them in every way he can. And they have a lot of followers. Sure. But they're all the same group of followers. Like, Hassan's followers are all Denham's followers, and they're all Frogan's followers. Like, all of them. They're all the same people. It's not like they all have different crowds and you add it all together and it's all these millions of people. It's all the same people. And they have dumb fucking opinions and harmful fucking shit that they push and talk about. They do awful fucking things. And yeah, that generates a buzz. But is that buzz good for the company? Is it going to fuck us in the ass? Are advertisers going to start saying, look, man, we can't even be aligned with your entire platform. It ain't going to happen. Like, a lot of people are pissed. And a lot of people are pointing to this shit. And I want to say that they're wrong. I want to say that the audience is certainly not stupid enough to be manipulated and betrayed by those they watch. I would love to say that, because that would be awesome if it were true, but it is so not true. We've got people in society that are suffering from mental illness. Lots of people in our society are suffering from. Most of the people in our society, if we're being totally honest, everybody in our society is suffering from some sort of mental derangement. And we don't hospitalize people for being insane anymore. We just kind of wait until they kill people and then we go, oh, and then we lock them up. Like, it's asinine as fuck. We can't be preemptive about saving lives by just saying, look, you need some professional medical help. We can't improve the lives of other people by giving them appropriate medical help, because we know that as a society we're sick and disgusting and depraved and evil. And we've got nurses fucking doing titty dances on the heads of fucking people who are catatonic because I want clicks. We are not mature enough to have the internet. I've been saying this for years. We are not, as a species of being in existence, we are not mature enough to have the internet. We aren't. Because, again, it is the greatest resource for knowledge and gaining abilities and skills that has ever existed throughout the entirety of the existence of our species. And what do we do with it? Porn and crime. So, Twitch gratuitously supports the people that are worst for humanity. And they overpunish people who are just talking. Just talking about things. Hey, this is the way I see reality. But they don't see reality. And so they support the other fantasy players. And they gratuitously punish people who are just talking. Just explaining the world as it fucking is. Because explaining the world as it is starts to tear down the walls of Fantasyland. You know, reality is in direct opposition to fantasy. Like it's just how it works. So the more fantasy you talk, the more you tear down the walls of reality. And you're going to have people that don't really want to have the walls of reality torn down around them. So they're going to start repairing those walls by speaking just objective fucking truth. But that tears down the walls of Fantasyland. And you got to understand something. When we all decide to live in Fantasyland, I will finally be able to do whatever I want. Right? When we're all finished living in the worlds of Fantasyland, man, if somebody punches or pushes you or whatever, stab them in the fucking heart. And you walk free. Because, hey, you know, he pushed me. And I'm black. And, you know, black people have a long history of being pushed around by white people. And we ain't taking it no more. And it's like, no, that's a crime. Like, you're going to be punished as a criminal because that is a crime. Right? At the very least, we're going to have an investigation and have a trial. Because that is a crime. Like, if they just pushed each other back and forth and got into a fight, they'd both be in trouble. And they'd both still be alive to be in trouble. Which would be nice. And neither of them would be facing possible life imprisonment. But no, we got to step everything up. Because the more we radicalize people, the more they'll watch. And the more they watch, the more money we make. So the more more money we make, the more we can invest in radicalizing more people. So that more people will watch, so that we will make more money, so that... And sooner or later, the whole world burns. Twitch has got a lot of problems, man. And it isn't just political. It's very social, too. All the Twitch streamers that are pimping their OnlyFans, Twitch is primarily viewed by kids. This is all bad. They are softcore and sometimes hardcore porn stars for children. And they're being openly platformed. And it's the whole, well, it's not allowed. But how can we watch every second of every stream that's going on, man? It makes us a lot of money. Shut the fuck up. And whenever something gets called out, somebody makes a video about it, says, hey, what the fuck is this? And then you see some chick doing a fucking shake weight with her titties fucking jiggling, and with her OnlyFans in the background, and it's like, what the fuck is this? On the primarily kids platform, what the fuck is this? On the video game playing platform, what the fuck is this? And then everybody goes, yeah, what the fuck is that? And then Twitch goes, oh, well, we'll do something about it. We'll ban her for a day, a week. But she'll be right back. And you want to know what she's going to do? Her first day back, she's going to wrap herself in fucking bubble wrap while she's naked and fucking do another shake weight. Like, and you guys won't know because nobody's made a YouTube video about it. She'll get away with it for at least another year. And then, you know, we'll make a lot of money. And when she gets caught again, we'll go, ah, I can't, after we just punished her for that. And here she is doing the same thing. Like, we've got fucking Amaranth out there and her husband pretending to have violent verbal fights with each other. And it's making a lot of money, but it's, everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? People are concerned, and she's getting robbed, and all of it's bullshit. It's just fake reality, but they're playing it off as real reality. But because they're not actually a TV show or a movie, they don't have to put up the disclaimer of, by the way, all of this is bullshit. Just so as you know, we're fine. When I cry, don't really mean it. It's all fine. Whatever. We're just yelling at each other to entertain you. Like, they don't have to do that. Because that's part of the fucking show. Because you're supposed to believe this is reality. But she's been caught in so many lies that even if it is real, I don't believe it. So, but millions of people watch. Because we just love watching human beings degrade themselves. It's what we love most. And because we love it, the algorithm pushes it. Because the algorithm pushes it, we love it. We're folding in on ourselves. And platforms like Twitch, they fuel it. Make sure to ban you for 24 hours on a day you'd be off anyways. And pretend like that fucking means something. But because some other dude calls some fat bitch fat. Again, her fantasy is, I'm not fat, I'm big boned. Reality is, you're fucking fat. So she says, I'm not fat, and he says, nah, you're fat. And so she goes, oh. And then Twitch goes, 1 week, bitch. No, you're fucking timeout for 1 week. Because you called a fat bitch fat. And that breaks down the fucking walls of fantasy. That breaks down the whole, no, it's actually really good to be that big. It's great for your heart. It makes your heart grow 5 times bigger. Which isn't fucking good. Like, as it stands right now, I think my dreams of going and doing Twitch and playing video games and having a good time, I'm good. Like, it's so annoying to me. Because I would like to do that kind of stuff. But I ain't doing that on that platform. Because I don't trust that platform. I don't like that platform as it stands right now. I don't like the people in leadership. I think they're fucking retarded. They are not considering what is going to be best for the platform as a whole. They only think, well, what's going to be best for Hassan? How can we make this best for him? They're playing funny little favoritism games. And that is not how you run a company. That's how retards run a company. That's how anti-capitalists run a company. We're not really in it to make money. We're just in it to do what we want to do. And Twitch is coming under a lot of fire right now. And it still hasn't reached like a tipping point. Everything is still very much on the rise. But every time some real world thing happens, it inevitably now is going to blow back on Twitch. Ever since that dude said on CNN, I blame Hassan Piker for this, inevitability sunk in. It is inevitable. Sooner or later, Donald Trump is going to go, we really need to look at that Twitch. And that's going to be it. Either Amazon is going to fire every single person in leadership. All of them will have to go. And they'll have to go, look, we fired all the retards. We're going to put new retards in charge. Don't worry, but they'll give you at least a good year before they really start fucking up. And they're just going to try and fucking churn the topsoil and seed new shitty trees. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, Bezos is in charge, and he's a fucking retard, and he's got a bunch of retards under him that are running the retard shows underneath them, and that's why we're in the fucking situation with Twitch that we're in. It would be amazing if Twitch was the anchor that fucking brought down Amazon. That got Jeff Bezos kicked off of the fucking board or whatever. However the fuck that shit works at that level. He had to sell the company because they don't want him around anymore because you're too toxic, man. And then you know what they'll say? Well, we tried to do that to Elon Musk and it failed. Yeah, because it was Fantasyland. Jeff Bezos is really a retarded person. Like that. So, I don't know. He was a guy that had one good idea and seems to have not had another one since, so whatever. That's why Mark Cuban's so fucking retarded, too. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be going to Twitch anytime soon. I mean, I'll use it to, like, record video game footage if I ever do another thing like that, but I mean I do that so rarely now that, but I mean it's better than setting up the capture box and doing all that kind of stuff. So I really do like Twitch for recording video game footage, but I ain't streaming on there. Hell no, because I'm too retarded myself. I'll say something that I know will get me in trouble just so I get in trouble, but I'll only have like 2 people watching me, so don't really matter, and I'll just get permabanned for the first offense because no, we know where this is gonna go. And then I'll have to make a whole nother channel. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it's I don't feel that it would be a welcoming platform for me. So it isn't one that I'm ever gonna be going to, at least under the current, Reich. I'm good. I think I have a lot of good ideas for what I could possibly do with Twitch, but I think I will hold off implementing any of them until they become a little bit more stable. Because I mean, it's just controversy after controversy after controversy now, and it is not going fucking good. So I don't know. I don't know how much longer Twitch in its current form is going to be around, but I do see heavy changes coming in some way or another. We need 1, maybe 2 more really bad tragedies to happen and for Twitch to get pointed at, and then something's going to happen with Twitch. It's going to have to be. But right now they're just trying to stall. They're just trying to ignore the problem and hope everybody just shuts the fuck up. But you've got so many people out there who are just scrounging for content, doing an hour a day on this fucking subject, and everybody's watching. Like, it's never going to end. You've got people that have made this a principled thing. Like, I think Tectone said that he's going to be talking about Hassan until something actually happens. You got a lot of people like that, man. A lot of people like that. And they mean it. And they ain't going away. Because at the end of the day, it's great numbers for them. They're making money, and they're doing something that they believe is a good cause. Like, I mean, I think I was 3 or 4 years into making content. I had less than 1,000 subscribers, and I made some bad videos that I was lost in the woods and couldn't find the real fucking path, and I just was making videos just to make videos about it, about what I was upset about the situation. I was just ignoring everything else, and from that, what I learned is that I have a responsibility in my audience. I have a deep responsibility in my audience. If I start leading them astray, that is not a good thing. And so I take this very seriously. As much as I goof around, I take this very seriously. I do a lot of research into all of these topics. I try to come up with a really good perspective. And at the very least, if I don't maybe entirely know every single facet of what's going on, I try to at least be benign. You know? Just kind of, this is what I think, but fuck me if I know. Like that type of a thing. Because I know that my audience they're not sycophants. They're not slaves to my whim. They're not going to just believe me because Andy said it, so of course. Like, they're loyal and they're good and they're very good people, I think. And they, they really stick up for me and they're trying to help me out. And my fans are awesome. But it's all the rest of you. It's fucking insane. It's just crazy people. I don't know, man. I don't know. And yeah, so I don't know. I think inevitably bad things are coming Twitch's way. So I will be avoiding that fucking plague. I do not wish it to wash over me. I have my own problems on my own platform. I'm not getting on another platform, just start new problems and be like, I wonder how I can get away with shit. Nah, fuck it. I'll wait. So yeah, there's an official announcement. The idea of launching a Twitch channel has been put on hold for the foreseeable future until at least one or two more political tragedies happen, and then who knows? We'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, so, and I think Twitch itself is coming on hard times. I think revenues are already down for people like 70%. So they're already going through some adpocalypse shit because of this. Advertisers are already pulling their money because they're like, nah, you guys are supporting terrorism now. We're out. Like, and I mean, and that's the thing. The more that this just continues to go on and it goes unpunished by any reasonable definition, they're going to become known as the terrorist supporting fucking channel or, site. That ain't good to be. Like, whatever. That's it. Have a good day, everybody.